Yeah, I get that. But if you look right now at energy, Scott, that has been a very strong play the past 48 hours. Obviously, OPEC Plus saying that they were going to cut production by 2 million barrels per day. You can see that the energy stocks, led by, as we said, Chevron, ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, are moving higher. But more importantly, West Texas Intermediate jumping, definitely. And to me, I looked at this and I said, all right, we're seeing another move. It's at $88.61 a barrel in the aftermarket here, up just under 1%. Heating oil is spiking in just a crazy way. That to me is pretty bizarre. But I'm wondering where you see this as it pertains to the nervousness, the volatility, the fear that's going in there right now.
Yeah, you know what? There's, I would say, subdued fear, if you will. Because typically, Liz, when we get to a point of a market bottom or a capitulation, which a lot of people have been talking to, there's always that reference of seeing VIX around a 40 handle. And with the VIX, what people have to remember is the rule of 16. If the VIX is trading about 16, that means the S&P is trading about a 1% range a day. So the VIX right here, where it's trading 30 to 32 range, that's 2% a day. If we get to that 40-ish area, which we have not gotten yet, which that has been the sign typically, historically, that, okay, we've reached that capitulation point, that's about a 2.5% move a day. So it's interesting to me that with all of the headwinds to the marketplace, between what Teddy was talking about, geopolitical events, obviously interest rates, that the VIX is not higher. And I will tell you one last thing, Liz. I was just over in the VIX pit, right over here on the SIBO, just a couple minutes ago, and the brokers were telling me that though there's a lot of activity, a lot of option trading in there today, institutional and retail are sellers of premium in VIX upside call options.
Yeah, well, right now we do have the VIX up 6.7%. I do want to mention there are headlines hitting right now, gentlemen, about Twitter and Elon Musk. And I'm just going to go with this, guys, right? I mean, we're looking at Twitter at the moment down about 1.5%. Here are the headlines. Elon Musk is saying that Twitter litigation could resume if the parties do not reach a deal. He is also saying he is willing to close the deal at 54.20 by October 28th. And he's also saying Twitter, quote, will not take yes for an answer and insists on proceeding with litigation. He said this in a court filing. So clearly this is a story that has not ended, right? The deal will happen. And Scott, when you look at puts and calls, options on this type of name, it's a dangerous game to play for some investors, is it not?
Well, it absolutely is. And typically when you see a deal come to completion, the option volatility or option premium just collapses, right? When there's a higher certainty of the deal coming through. That really hasn't happened. Even on the big move up the other day when the announcement was there that, okay, there's agreement. And that is because, Liz, in my estimation, the debt financing has become so different than it was 3-4 months ago due to interest rates. That is putting a very big black shadow over the deal here, whether it gets done. And that's why you're seeing option volatility still pretty expensive in there.
Yeah, option volatility is something that gives you an indication, certainly, of what the taste and what the sort of the wind check is for these kinds of names. Twitter right now down 1.5%, standing at $50.58, below the 54.20, right? That Elon says that he will buy it at. But the shenanigans continue on this one. Scott, Teddy, great to have you both. Thank you so much. Charlie Gasparino is working this story. He's going to have much more on the Twitter Musk development.